Hey, it's absolutely fantastic to welcome all of you to the wedding of Florence and William. It is just so brilliant that eventually this has happened. And actually, curiously enough, this was standing here in the orangery, which was built in 1761, which was about the time the first invitations for this event were sent out. It was designed for citrus plants, but it didn't really take off, so they decided that parties was the way to go. I had the great pleasure of meeting William in July 2016 when he came to our house for lunch. This was a tough ask. The Webb brothers were there, tough crowd, summer day, sitting outside, and William came to meet Carolyn and myself for the first time. So this could have been slightly daunting. Now, one of the things you need to know about me is I like to have a good idea of who possible boyfriends and potential husbands can be. So not a lot of people know this, but I invented track and trace. So what I did was, through my extensive social media feed, I used the LinkedIn application and I did a little bit of research on Mr. William Adler. And this research revealed that William was a fine young man, well-educated, Shiplake, University of Newcastle, and everything that I read suggested that he was this was a promising start for potential son-in-law. Sadly, what I didn't realize was he had discovered, because of his careful watching, that I had been doing a little bit of sleuthing. So this did not go unnoticed. William is the most delightful young man. Polite, smart, clever, kind. It's really sort of fitted in perfectly to our family, and we are just incredibly proud and respect everything that you do. So it's been a real delight. Well, I can't tell you how proud Carolyn and I are to have you as a son-in-law. You are a wonderful young man. I know how much you love and adore Florence, and I know how much you sometimes tolerate her little foibles and idiosyncrasies, shall we say. And you do it with a smile, and you just let it go, which is really important. So I know how much Carolyn, myself, Patrick, Barnaby, I know how much we love having you and welcome you as part of our family. And it's just a real pleasure to have you as my son-in-law and friend. Thank you.
Based on Dad's speech, you could be forgiven for assuming that it was love at first sight between me and Will. And I wanted to put the record straight and take you back to the beginning of our story. So Will and I met in November 2015 on a dating app called Happen. One which lets you match with someone when you have crossed paths with someone. And for those of you who haven't used a dating app, you typically have 5 photos on your profile. And both Will and I had photos which featured Emma Kozler, our bridesmaid, who I knew from school and Will knew from uni. This was an immediate icebreaker, and the conversation flowed from there, with me telling Will I was impressed he had done an Ironman, and Tim telling me he liked my Marmite branded cycling top. The sports-related small talk clearly worked, because Will asked me if I wanted to go for a drink, and a date was arranged. I was pretty disappointed when, on the morning of the date, I got a text from Will saying, "Hi, Florence. really sorry, going to have to cancel tonight. Something's come up. Hopefully meet you through Emma one day. All right, fine, I thought. It's a shame. He seemed like a nice guy. But anyway, I was really surprised when 5 months later, I got another text from Will saying, "Still up for that drink sometime?" And my immediate reaction to this is probably not appropriate for a wedding speech. But anyway, I left it 24 hours before responding with a nonchalant, "Sure, why not?" And the rest, as they say, is history.
Florence, I can't tell you just how proud we are of you, of everything you've done, the person you are. Mum and I, you know how much we adore, love you. We love the fact that you found the brilliant Will as your husband, someone who's going to look after you and cherish you as much as I would like you to be. We're proud of everything you've achieved in life, the person that you are, and just so delighted and proud to be standing here today saying a few words about you.
And finally, my husband. On our first date, once it finally happened, I went to the loo and sent a text to a friend saying, "I think he's a keeper." Well, I was right. I hope that the rest of our lives will be as full of fun, laughter and adventure as the last 5 years have been. But even in quieter times or national lockdowns, when we spend the days at home, pottering, listening to Classic FM and watching Married at First Sight Australia and having naps and making ramen, I'll be forever happy as long as you're by my side. Thank you for making me laugh every single day. Thank you for always standing up for me. Thank you for stopping me when I take myself too seriously. Thank you for always doing the driving, taking the house keys, tidying up after me, watering my plants, and pumping up my bike tires. You're the kindest, most thoughtful and loyal man that I've ever met, and I hope that one day you'll have a chance to be a fabulous father. I genuinely have no idea as to how I've got so lucky as to end up marrying you. But I'm so glad I have, and I promise I'll never take you for granted. I can truly say that in you, I have found my soulmate. You are my everything, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. So could I ask you all, please, to raise your glasses to my fabulous husband, Will.
imagined what it would be like, that moment when you stood and you saw your daughter appear for the first time in her wedding dress. I'd always thought about it pretty much from when she was born in 1990. But I tell you what, when I saw it today for the first time, it was the most unbelievable, amazing thing. And you look so stunningly beautiful today, and it's just, yeah, lovely to be celebrating this with you.
I, William, took you, Florence, to be my wife.
I, Florence, took you, William, to be my husband.
I, Florence, took you, William, to be my husband.
Now together, to have and to hold from that day forward.
To have and to hold from that day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
Till death us do part.
Till death us do part.
According to God's holy law.
According to God's holy law.
And this was our solemn vow.
And this was our solemn vow.
Today, in the presence of our family and friends,
Today, in the presence of our family and friends,
we affirm our continuing commitment to this vow.
we affirm our continued commitment to this vow. I gave you this ring as a sign of our marriage.
With my body, I honor you.
With my body, I honor you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
Within the love of God,
Within the love of God,
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Now, I proclaimed a year ago that they are married. But let's give them a round of applause.
For those of you who don't know, there was a long debate prior to the the 2020 wedding, whether Flo would wear her wedding dress or not. She chose not to, and she wore the famous white jumpsuit. I wasn't sure how she was going to top the jumpsuit today, but she has, and I had to pinch myself as he walked down the aisle. You look absolutely beautiful. When I asked you to marry me, I knew we were about to embark on a journey of a lifetime. You only need to look at the table names tonight to remember the long list of adventures we have been on together. Our first trip to Edinburgh sums up Flo's character. Overall, it was a successful weekend, other than me picking up food poisoning from the KFC we had after a long afternoon at Murrayfield. The following day, Flo proceeded to drag me around Edinburgh Castle, offering me nothing more than a deep-fried Mars bar and a bottle of iron brew to help settle the stomach. Although it didn't feel like it at the time, your get-up-and-go attitude, energy, and zest for life is infectious to be around. You're always the first to try something new, however weird and wacky it may be. You're eager to learn, and you continue to push me to new heights every single day. Thank you for ensuring my face is sufficiently hydrated every morning and night. Thank you for encouraging me to get dressed in traditional Turkish robes for the benefit of your Instagram followers. And thank you for occasionally feeding me plant burgers, pretending they're meat, just in order to save the planet. You are my everything, my daily dose of laughter, my inspiration, my advisor, and my best friend. Not only am I lucky enough to have married you once, I am lucky enough to have married you twice. So, without further ado, please could I ask you all to stand and raise a toast to my incredible, unique, and beautiful wife, Florence.
Now, before my 8 minutes is up, I just want to say one final thing to you, Will, without crying this time. Thank you for your unwavering friendship over the last 20 years. When you asked me to be your best man, it truly felt like a privilege of a lifetime, and I will always be one of your biggest supporters. And whilst you're both moving on with the next chapter of your lives, if you ever need anyone to rescue you from the bus at 3 a.m., secretly get you through an exam without her knowing, I'm your man. Have an amazing day today, and I hope you continue to have an exciting life together with your lovely wife. To two people who are cherished by their family and friends for everything they bring to our lives. I hope that your life together, starting a family in your new home, is one full of joy. We all love you. Ladies and gentlemen, the bride and groom, Florence and William.